Welcome back to Real Talk with Realtors about real stuff, real things, and mostly real estate. But today we're talking about real social media. You like that?
That was good. That was really good.
Social media is a hot topic. It has changed our world, sometimes for the better, sometimes not.
Mm-hmm.
And Brandy and I have similar opinions, I think, on social media and what it's good for and why we like certain apps over others. So we're just kind of going to give our opinions on some of that stuff and maybe talk a little bit about how it could be good for your business. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think first and foremost, it's great for your friends. That's why they call them friends on Facebook. And then you just get to see, like, I would never know what's happening with my friends from high school from years ago, right? I mean, I wouldn't know. And now I get to see, and I'm like, wow, she's aged well, or wow, that's unfortunate.
I was like, where are you going to go with that one?
Anyway.
It's funny, like, I had my 10-year high school reunion last year.
Okay.
And I didn't even want to go because I'm like, I follow all these people on Instagram, Facebook. I already know what they're doing. I don't feel like I need to
I guess
see
it
them.
probably has made things different. Social media. I hadn't actually thought about that.
Like, I don't feel that far removed from
But I felt that way at 10 years in too. Like,
okay.
Yeah. Once you go to like 30 years, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 20 was actually pretty cool too, because you just get to talk to people. And
then they have kids and stuff too. Like, a lot of them don't have kids yet.
Right. So I think that Facebook is good for just keeping up with that demographic, or just even people that you met 20 years ago that you knew at that time, but you really don't hang out with them now. It's just kind of cool to keep up with them. That's what I like most. And I prefer Facebook over Instagram. I mean, we could get into that. You prefer Instagram over Facebook. I think that's a generational thing. And it's also because most of the people that I'm following on Instagram are realtors, and I love us, but damn, we do a lot of videos about real estate. And so
it's the same thing over and over.
It's over and over and over for me versus a friend kind of thing.
Yeah. And for me, like, I use Instagram the way you use Facebook, like keeping up with people and a lot of people in my community. And I've actually made friends through Instagram, reach out, and just being in Chico, small community, and I do giveaways, I get mutual follows, and then we just like hit it off or whatever, or we have, they're posting stories about something that I have in common with them. So for me, it's like a good way to make relationships, good way to help spread real estate videos and information to a lot of the first-time home buyers, because that generation is all on Instagram. So
exactly,
that's what I like Instagram for. Do I scroll through it? Here and there, it's more like I look at people's stories. It's more of like, for me, I like to message on it. And I use it like I use TikTok too. And I use it for like home decor ideas. Actually, I kind of use it like Pinterest too.
Oh, interesting.
And for food ideas, dinner ideas. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably should start doing that a little bit more, like informational. And that's what's great about social media for like other generations, is there is so much information there, like whether you're baking a cake or buying a house.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
You can find it.
Which brings us to TikTok. People use TikTok like a search engine in one way. Like, you and I use it for entertainment, but I will go on TikTok. Like, my cat has arthritis, and I could just not find anything on Google about like other ways to treat arthritis except for these 2 drugs, right, that the vet has. So I go on TikTok and I'm like searching cat with arthritis, and all this stuff comes up of just, it's people's own experiences. So you take it with a grain of salt, but it is interesting to hear like their anecdotal stories or evidence about like how they help treat their cat with arthritis. So good.
Yeah,
so good.
Their TikTok is amazing to me. There's so many people with talent out there.
I
had
know.
no idea. They're so clever.
So clever. Good storytelling.
Good music, good dancing,
good makeup,
good funny people.
Yeah. Funny animals.
You know what I do though sometimes is that I will like start scrolling on TikTok, and then an ad will come up, and then it's like 11 o'clock at night, and then the next morning I'm like, what the hell did I buy last night? That's a really good massager from China. That was a good one.
But I found one from America that I'm hoping works as well.
Okay,
we'll see.
We'll see. We'll have to compare our
bring it
neck massagers. Anyways, I love TikTok for all the entertainment for sure. And I just love, well, there's that one saying, and I won't say the word because it's a bad word, or maybe you can bleep it out, but it's this guy did a TikTok, and he says, you know what the difference, he has a Southern accent. You know what the difference is between TikTok and Facebook? Facebook will have you hate you know him for 30 years, and TikTok will have you loving people you never met.
That's true.
It's so
It is
true. That's what I love about TikTok.
Yeah.
And all that. I love the doorbell stuff too, because weird shit happens out there when people put their doorbell camera on.
Oh,
TikTok.
yeah,
It's
the
like,
rings.
this one where the squirrel was up in the corner and it just went, the pizza guy shows up and he goes flying in through the house and the lady scream was so sorry.
You got to send me those.
Did you see that one?
I didn't see that
Oh
one.
my God, it's so funny. Anyway, see? I'm
Anyway.
laughing about it. TikTok. I do that at night in bed. I just start cracking
It's like
up.
instead of watching TV, you just veg out and watch TikToks.
Yeah, I mean, the strike happened. That sucked, but it didn't matter because we had TikTok.
I know.
The TV strike. Okay. Getting a little off topic. But I don't do like the Snapchatty stuff. Do you do the Snapchat? That's definitely a younger generation too.
Well, my generation started Snapchat. Let's be clear, Gen Z.
okay.
It's a millennial thing. It came out when I was in high school, and
Just for the record.
And it was great. And we used to use it a lot, but now like it went away for a while, and then it came back with a vengeance. And the new generation, or Gen Z, uses it as just a text messaging app, basically. Gotcha. Primarily over like text message or Instagram DM. So they use Snapchat a lot. I was going to ask you, for TikTok, do you remember Vine?
Yes.
Were you on it?
Yes, for a minute.
It was only out for a minute.
Yeah.
It was out for like a year or less, probably. There are some classic funny Vines out there. So what's that comedian say? Did you guys see the millennial comedian that's like, we walked on, I think my version would be, we walked on Vine so you could run on TikTok.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Us millennials paved the way for all these great apps.
And that's how it kind of goes. I mean, because
Yeah.
really Facebook, well, no, wait, before Facebook was like MySpace. Like
we
there's-
walked on MySpace so you, Gen X, could run on Facebook.
Right. That's what I am, right? I'm Gen X.
Gen X.
Okay. I can never remember. There's no
MySpace?
rhyme or reason to these generational names.
No, they're just making them up at
Yeah.
this point. But like millennials, technically Gen Y do names. But no, yeah, MySpace was wild. I was a full-on coder in MySpace. I could code. Did you code, Court? We coded. We made our whole layouts.
What does that
Like
even
it was
mean?
impressive.
Coded.
We had code up for our profiles, and I could copy and paste like a design, like the code behind pink stripes, put it where it needs to go for it to be the background of my profile. And then I could make different fonts and different B's, like the B like this, or you put like the sign and then B and then this sign would make the sentence after it bold. It's like part of coding.
Okay, gotcha.
So we learned how to like do all that so we can make our profiles cool. And then we had like my last MySpace song was I'm Yours by Jason Mraz before I left MySpace. It's like 07 maybe. So anyway, MySpace was wild. Me and my best friend Raquel got in fights over top 8. That broke up friendships.
What's top 8?
So in MySpace, you had your friends and you had a top 8
Like
of your
top 8 friends?
Yes. And you would rank your friends.
That's
and
not nice.
It was not nice. And what Raquel would do was put her boyfriend in front of me. And guess where we're at today?
How dare she?
Those boyfriends are long gone and Kelsey's still here. Hope he watches, Raquel. So anyway.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do all that.
The top 8 thing was
That's
crazy.
Like, who did that? That's
was
so
horrible.
lame. That was like trying to start a fight with people.
Yes.
Somebody, whoever figured that out.
And you would always know who's fighting with who because they'd like remove them or move them down the list. And
Well, it's kind of like unfriending people. You kind of know when you do that. They're pissed off at you.
Yeah, but my Facebook at least doesn't tell you when someone unfriends you.
No,
but you do
kinda
figure it out if you don't have too many friends.
All right. Well, I think we beat that social media horse to death.
Yeah, just some fun thoughts and opinions.
Yeah. No, we didn't talk about how important it is for a business. It's important to make a relationship with people via business so that they could find the things that they're looking for about like buying a home or selling a home or doing all of that. So that is obviously really important.
Well, that's another thing. TikTok's really become a lot of product sales, which I hope they listen to everyone and kind of reel that in a little bit because it's gotten out of hand with TikTok Shop. And like if something says eligible for commission or sponsored, I'm automatically like skipping through it.
Right. Well, and that's a whole nother thing of social media. People are making money off of this stuff. Just like random people.
Tons of money. They're good.
Well,
I don't know how they do it, but
it's the new
more
way
power
of
to
becoming
rich.
Yep. An
Well,
entrepreneur. Okay. A social media. Yeah, socialpreneur.
There you go.
Nice.
And kids with YouTube. We didn't even get into YouTube. Kids with YouTube, like there's multi-millionaire kids who just got rich from making slime on YouTube and doing slime videos. Remember that? Still around. It's been going strong for a while. Anyways,
so much to it all.
So much to it. Okay. Well, let us know what you think of social media. Is it the devil or is it not?
An angel.
An angel. It's not an angel.
No.
It might be the devil.
Do you or don't you? That's what we want to know.
Yeah. And what's your favorite?
Yeah.
Like, what do you think about TikTok?
Do.
Most people do.
Yeah. I mean, even the 80-year-olds are doing it, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
but I think there's some people like around my age that are like, no, like on strike from social media.
I know people that don't do social media, which I kind of am jealous in some ways, but then I go, but then I wouldn't have TikTok. So
we love TikTok.
All right.
Wait. Okay. I have a question.
Oh,
what's the one social media you would keep if you only could pick one?
TikTok.
Over Facebook.
If I could only keep one, okay, maybe I would keep Facebook because if they kept the reels, that's sort of like TikTok.
Just not as good.
Right. Yeah. Okay, Facebook. What would you keep?
Mine would be Instagram for sure.
There's shocking.
Okay. All right. We'll let you go.
Peace out.
Thanks.